Cyprien here from FEFO, and in today's video I'll show you how to create a bracket like this one in the Geom module of Salome Meca. So this is open source software, so you can download it and use it freely. So until now I've showed a lot of videos about how to simulate things, but none of them about how to create this kind of CAD model. So let's start from the beginning and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm not saying that the workflow that I will show you is the best. It's just one that I think it works. So if you can find something better, just please leave a comment on the video, let me know. I'm also curious to know. Okay, so here we are in the Geom module. So you noticed I clicked on this geometry, and let's start by creating a plane at the right dimension. So for that you have create rectangular face command. This allows you to create a face like this. So let's enter the right size, which is 200 for me, and let's apply and close. You see that whenever you create something, it appears here in the tree, and you can activate or unactivate the visualization of this. Now, a small problem when it's creating a shape like this one is that it always appeared at the 0, 0 position. So you might want to translate that to the right position. So for this, let's use translation. So you might use commands here in the menu or in the drop down menus. It's the same commands actually. Sometimes it's easier to find them in the drop down. So let's move that 100 like this, and let's uncheck that, so I will just move the current geometry and not create a copy. Okay, now let's extrude this, and for this I have to go into operation, okay, new entity generation, and there is extrusion here. Select my face, then it asks for the vector for the extrusion. So here you have to select in the work tree Z vector, and I'll give it a size of 50, thickness of 50. Okay, right. Now the top of this bracket, which is slightly more complex, will take us to new kind of function. So for the moment I will just hide this. I will go into a top view like this, and I will go into new entity, and I will use 2D sketch. So there is also 3D sketch, but this one is easier to use. And let's create the profile for this. So the first point will be 0, 0, apply, and then the next point I want, if I remember well, is an x-axis. It will be 50 and 0 for y-axis. So now you don't see anything because actually the axes were resized to the size of your edge. But if I enter some dimension here, for example 90, you see that you start to see my sketch. Apply that, and now I want to go up to 200 like this. Apply. I'm using absolute coordinates here, so I'm just entering the coordinates of the points, but you can use relative, you can use direction. There are various methods that you can try. I just found that this one is kind of working the best usually. Here I'm going back to 0 position. Okay, and I want to connect the last point with the entry, so I click on sketch closure, and now I have my sketch ready. So those are edges, well, actually edges linked together, so it's called a wire. So now I have to create a plane from this. So I go in operation, new entity generation, let me check, build, yeah, build a face, yeah, that's it. Okay, now I have a face. And I'll extrude that again. New entity, generation, extrusion. Okay, I'm selecting the face, selecting the vector, and I extrude that of 100. Apply. Okay. Now this should be moved again, because if I activate again my previous extrusion, you see that it goes in one and in another. So let's just do a translation in Z direction of, I think it's 50. And up. Okay. Now I have this. Now let's create the top part here. So I want to create a face here. So the problem is that you see that I want to create a face here, but there's kind of no way to directly select the face. So there are several ways to do it. One I'll show you is maybe a little complex, but it works. So let me show you. Explode. So I will explode this shape here into vertices, and I will actually select the vertices I want. So I keep Shift Command key to select the 3 points here. Apply. And now if I hide this, you see that I have those 3 points belonging to the face. So I will recreate this plane from those points, and I need a 4th point. So what I'll do is that I will translate the point here into the X direction of 50, and I will create a copy here. And the previous point disappear, but it's actually still here. It's just because it was hidden, so it's automatically hidden. I'll reactivate it. Now I will create some let's create some lines. So my first vertex, I guess, okay, apply. Okay, we created the 3 edges, and now I will build again the face. So a little complex. Maybe you have better method to do that. If you find one, just let me know. Okay, now I can reactivate this. So I have my plane that I am able to select right now, and I will just extrude this. Generation, extrude. Select my face into Z direction 100. Okay, that's it. Okay, still doesn't look very much like a bracket, but we're getting close, believe me. Okay, so now I want to cut this plane. How do I do that? First, let's create a plane, and I will use the 3 points method to generate it, so I can select like that. Apply. And now I want to find a way to cut this. So if I try to cut this using boolean operation, it will not work. So what you have to do is to actually do a partition of this extrusion, and choose the plane as the tool object, and click on keep the shapes of lower order. Okay, now you see that you're getting something, but it's kind of just the same plane but divided in the middle, and I want only this part. So what I should do is again go into explode and explode into solids, and now I'm able to hide this and to keep only this part here. That's a bit tricky. That's kind of the way it works. Okay, now we need to make all this part here. So I want to make an arc here, so new entity, arc. Let's go into this method, select the center point, start and end. Okay, I'm getting the arc, which is great. Now I'll extrude it into X direction, reversed, and I will again do the same thing that I did. I will do a partition of my extrusion here and my plane, keep the lower shapes, and I will explode that into solids. Now I'm able to cut this like this. Now I need to create two holes. So create holes, and let's choose, the first method should work. This, I have to choose the right vector, and I have one which will be 50, apply, and the second, so I have to select again. Okay, that's it. Now let's generate some planes. Well, some faces, let's say. One face, the other face. And let's extrude that at the right dimension. So let's choose the smaller one first and extrude it along X direction, but in the other side. It's okay if it's a bit longer because it will go all the way through anyway. Now let's choose the other one, and this one is only, I think, 10 millimeter. Okay, now that I have that, let's fuse those two shapes together. Apply. Let's do the same by fusing those three shapes here. Okay, and now we'll cut directly. So for 3D geometry, with 3D geometry you can use the boolean operation. Seems to work correctly. Okay, now I'm getting this hole that I wanted. Now I still need to pierce two holes in this part here. So for that, what I'll do is that I'll create 2 points at the right position. So Y position should be 150. X position will be, I think, 60. And Z position should be 50. Okay, and now I'm seeing the point appearing here. Apply, and I have a second one at 140 here. Let's create some circles which will go from this vector will be Z, radius will be, I think, 20, right? And this one, okay. Let's build some faces. And let's extrude those two and then cut. So extrusion in Z direction, reverse that, apply, and now we basically have to cut this So choose the main this is the main object. Those are the two objects to cut, and here it is. I have my bracket ready for analysis. So if you're on YouTube, you'll probably find the link to the article and the next videos inside the description. Otherwise, you can go on my blog feaforall.com and click in the category open source FEA, and you'll find all the articles I wrote about open source FEA and the previous videos inside this category. So thank you for watching. I hope that you learned a lot and that you will learn a lot using all the videos that I am sharing on my blog. So if you like those videos, please help me to share them with your friends and other engineers. And also, please let me know what you think in the comments. It's always great to have some kind of feedback, and if you have some ideas of things you would like to learn or do with FEA, please also let me know. Thank you for watching again.